We've probably all been there. You walk into a bustling sports bar, TVs absolutely everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Different games on every screen. Chaos.
Total chaos. And you kind of stop and wonder, how on earth do they manage all those screens? Like without just having a huge pile of remotes.
Or needing a full-time IT guy just for the TVs.
Exactly. Well, today we're actually going deep on a system that's designed to fix exactly that, that very specific kind of chaos. It's called the WolfPad.
That's right. And our source for this is basically the product description for it, the WolfPad DirecTV DISH and cable box tablet TV control system.
Quite a name.
It is, yeah. But it really details, the features, how it works, and who it's really aimed at.
Okay, so our mission for this deep dive then is to unpack how this WolfPad system gives you that shortcut to being well-informed, as they put it, about managing these, well, pretty complex AV setups.
Right. We'll dig into some maybe surprising things about how it's designed.
And really show how it simplifies what honestly used to be a super frustrating process. The remote juggle.
Definitely.
So you mentioned it brings order. Let's start there. What is the WolfPad exactly?
Okay, so at its heart, the WolfPad is it's an app combined with some hardware.
Right.
And it's engineered specifically to make controlling and routing HDMI signals easier. Think sports bars, restaurants, that kind of place.
Places with lots of screens.
Exactly. Its main job is just to kill that frustration we talked about, manually changing channels on a DirecTV box or a dish box or whatever cable box you have.
And then finding the right TV remote.
Yeah, all that hassle. With the WolfPad, you're doing everything from just one tablet.
Okay, one tablet controls it all.
Pretty much. And a really big selling point they push is that no programming knowledge is required to set it up.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yeah, they say the interface is intuitive and simple. And honestly, that's more than just convenient.
How so?
Well, usually systems this powerful, they need specialized programmers, expensive ones.
Right, custom installs.
This kind of feels like it's democratizing that pro-level AV control, opening it up for businesses that maybe couldn't afford it before or just didn't have the tech know-how.
That makes a lot of sense, especially that intuitive and simple part when you look at who they say it's for.
Who are the target users?
Well, yeah, sports bar owners, obviously, who might not be super techy, but also the staff waitresses, bartenders, hostesses, even DJs.
People who need it to just work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quickly, easily, without like an engineering degree. The whole idea is, boost employee morale because it's not a nightmare to use.
Makes their job easier.
And, probably key for the owner, stop them getting called at home constantly because someone can't figure out how to change channel 3 to the big game.
Yeah, I can see that being a huge relief.
So how does it actually pull off that simplicity? Because managing lots of video sources and screens, that sounds complex underneath.
It really comes down to the design, how they've thought it through. You asked about standout features, right? What makes it deliver?
Yeah, what are the clever bits?
Okay, so the product info gives us these 10 reasons to buy, and they're very practical. First up is scalability. They call it any in to any out.
Meaning?
Meaning you can send video from up to 14 different sources like cable boxes, satellite receivers.
Gotcha.
To as many as 36 TVs in pretty much any combination you want.
36 screens, wow.
Yeah. And the tablet-based channel changing is, well, it's a game changer.
Right, no more hunting for the actual box remote.
Exactly. You just change the DirecTV channel or DISH or whatever right there on the tablet screen. No need to even go near the equipment rack.
Okay, so it's not just putting control in one place. It feels like they've really looked at the daily grind, the actual pain points for staff.
I think so, yeah. They seem to have considered all those little friction points, like quick channel changes, but also just knowing which TV is where.
That seems crucial in a busy place.
Absolutely. And that leads to another really smart feature, floor plan integration.
Oh, interesting. What's that?
The tablet actually shows you a floor plan of your place, one you provide with your TVs marked on it in their actual locations.
Ah, so you're not just tapping TV 7, you're tapping the TV in the corner booth on the map.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Makes it super easy to pick the right screen, especially for maybe newer staff or during a crazy rush.
Yeah, I could see that being a huge help.
And get this, there's a live video preview too.
So you can see what you're about to put on the screen.
Precisely. Before you send a source to one TV, or maybe a whole bank of TVs, you see a little preview of it right there on the tablet.
Okay, that prevents mistakes. Putting the wrong game on the main screen.
Yeah, avoids those awkward moments. Then there are things like favorites presets. You can program in your go-to sports channels, for example, for quick access.
Makes sense. Faster changes.
And for just basic operations, there's a master TV power control, One button on the tablet.
Turns everything on or off.
Yep. All TVs on in the morning, all off at night. Simple, but imagine doing that manually for 36 TVs every single day.
Or forgetting one. Yeah, those
Yeah.
little things add up.
Definitely. And compatibility seems pretty broad, too. Tablet-wise, it works with iPads, Amazon Fire tablets, Samsung, or they offer their own 10-inch Android one.
So you might already have a compatible tablet.
Possibly. And if you expand later, add more TVs, it's field upgradable via the cloud. You basically just call them up.
Okay, so it can grow the business.
Seems like it. And for audio, you can integrate it with optional DBX audio matrices.
What do those do?
They let you control audio separately. So you could have, say, game audio loud in the bar area, but maybe just background music in the dining section.
Yeah.
Or different audio zones like bowling lanes, patios.
Zoned audio control from the same tablet. Getting pretty sophisticated.
It is, but still aiming for that simple control interface.
Right. Now, you mentioned DirecTV and Dishish, but what else does it control? It uses IR, right? Like a regular remote?
Exactly, uses IR control. So yeah, it covers a really wide range. Lots of DirecTV and DCH receiver models, obviously.
Cable box.
Oh yeah. Big list. Spectrum, Comcast Xfinity, Motorola, Fios, TiVos. Even Canadian ones like Rogers, Bell, Telus, Shaw.
Wow. Pretty comprehensive.
And you can optionally add control for streaming devices too, like Fire Sticks, Rokus, Apple TVs.
So basically, if it uses a standard IR remote, the WolfPad can probably learn to control it within the system.
That seems to be the idea, yeah, making it very flexible.
Okay, so the interface itself, you said it's simple. How does it actually look and feel to use?
It's designed to be, well, remarkably straightforward. Everything happens on just one screen on the tablet app.
One screen for everything.
Yeah. The process is like this. You tap a source button, say DirecTV 1, that button turns gray and its name pops up maybe at the top.
Okay, so you know what's selected.
Right. Then, over on the side, maybe where the floor plan is, the buttons for the TVs currently showing DirecTV 1 also turn gray.
Visual feedback?
Exactly. Now, if you want to send DirecTV 1 to a different TV, you just tap that TV's button on the floor plan.
And it switches.
It switches, and that TV button presumably turns gray, too. And if you tap a TV button that's already gray, already showing your selected source...
It undoes it.
Yeah, it acts like an undo. It switches that TV back to whatever it was showing before.
Clever.
And then on another part of the screen, usually the left side, you get buttons that look and act just like the original remote for the source you selected.
So volume, channel up, down, guide.
That sort of thing. Exactly. So there's almost no learning curve for the basic channel changing functions. You already know how that remote works.
That single screen approach sounds key to making it accessible for, anyone on staff.
I think that's the goal. Keep it simple, keep it visual.
Okay, definitely sounds user-friendly on the front end. But what's actually in the box?
Yeah.
What's the tech making this happen behind the scenes?
Right, good question. So the system package includes a few key things. There's their proprietary control code.
Software, basically.
Yeah, the brains. And an RS-232 cable. That's a type of serial cable, usually for reliable direct connection between devices. It connects to a WolfPack HDMI matrix switch.
Wait, what's the matrix switch? Is that included?
Good point. No, the WolfPack matrix switch itself is not supplied with this WolfPad control system. That's a separate piece of hardware you need.
Okay, important distinction. The WolfPad controls the matrix switch.
Exactly. The matrix switch is like the traffic cop for all your video signals. It physically takes the HDMI inputs and sends them to the right HDMI outputs, your TVs.
Got it. So what else comes with the WolfPad controller part?
You get their proprietary WolfPad tablet app, of course, and there's a piece of hardware, a modified pre-owned Crestron rack mount controller.
Pre-owned Crestron. That's interesting.
It is. It comes with an AC adapter and needs 3U of space in an equipment rack.
Okay.
You also get optional custom-made IR cables. These are little emitters that stick onto the front of your TVs and satellite cable boxes so the system can send remote commands. You can get up to 35 for TVs and 16 for sources. So that's how it controls devices without direct connection.
Right. Mimics the remote signals. Then there's a cloud-based customizer tool. That's how they likely set up your specific floor plan and devices.
Online setup.
Seems like it. And finally, a small 4-port Ethernet switch and a unified power plug to simplify wiring. But again, crucially, no actual WolfPack matrix switch and no tablet are included in this $2,500 package.
Right. That pre-owned Crestron part, though, why do that?
That seems really strategic. Crestron is like a major name in high-end custom AV control. Their stuff is known for being robust, built for commercial use.
But usually very expensive and complex to program.
Exactly. So WolfPad seems to be taking this reliable legacy Crestron hardware. They mention it's American-built and made to last, modifying it, probably loading their own simpler software onto it.
And repackaging it.
Pretty much. To offer this specific streamlined functionality, and the big benefit they state is a dramatic lowering of cost. They compare it to competing systems that might cost, upwards of $10,000. So leveraging proven, durable hardware to make their system more affordable. That's quite clever.
It really is. They also mentioned the apps you need on your tablet: Crestron Go for iOS, Crestron app for Android. These are licensed to the user and free to download. Although there's a small catch for that live video preview feature we mentioned. That requires an in-app purchase to upgrade the Crestron app.
Ah, okay. An extra cost for that specific feature. Good to know. And you said the price for this WolfPack control package itself is $2,500.
Yep. Today's price listed is $2,500, and that comes with a pretty solid 5-year warranty on the controller hardware they supply and the customizer software.
5 years is decent for electronics.
Yeah.
And it seems like they've also tried to make buying it easy, too. Free shipping, returns.
Yeah, they list free shipping, 60-day returns, free return labels, no restocking fees, and importantly, no monthly or yearly fees for the system itself.
No recurring subscription. That's big plus for businesses.
Absolutely. It removes a lot of the usual hesitation points when buying new tech. It suggests they're pretty confident you'll like it once you have it.
Right. Speaks volumes. So connecting this back, we've mostly talked sports bars, but they mentioned other places.
Oh yeah, the scope is much wider. They explicitly list restaurants, bowling alleys, casinos, country clubs, gyms.
Gyms, okay. Lots of TVs there, too, sometimes.
Exactly. Sports arenas, training facilities, even luxury homes, corporate offices, schools. Pretty much anywhere with a bunch of screens that needs managing.
So it really is versatile beyond just the bar scene.
Definitely shows the system's flexibility.
Okay, so wrapping this up a bit.
Yeah.
It seems like the WolfPad takes what looks like a really chaotic problem managing tons of screens and sources and offers a surprisingly elegant and powerful solution.
Yeah, powerful. But the key seems to be that intuitive interface, making complex tech genuinely usable by people who aren't AV techs.
Right. It really feels like a great example of how smart design can just smooth out a really complex, frustrating process and make it almost invisible.
Absolutely. Which kind of leads to a final thought, maybe for you listening.
Yeah.
Just consider how many places you go to every day. Your gym, maybe, or even big company buildings, university campuses. How many could benefit from something like this? A simple, central way to control all their screens.
Yeah, you start seeing potential uses everywhere once you think about it.
Right. Think about these kinds of background technologies. Solutions designed specifically to be easy to use, how they quietly make our experiences better just by removing those layers of complexity, those points of frustration.
It makes you wonder, what other areas, where we face information overload or just operational headaches, what else could be drastically improved with a similar kind of smart single interface solution?
Exactly. Where else could we use a WolfPad approach? Something